Hello and welcome to the evening of Thanksgiving evening. I thought I'd come in on Tuesday and we talk about a few things about just our chakras. I was asked the other day by a young student different questions on chakras. She had been reading about chakras. So I thought that, I'd come in this evening and I'll give a few minutes to come in and then we'll talk about chakras. You're welcome to ask any questions, post any questions. I see a heart, so it means somebody's here, which is an awesome thing. Now, when I can figure out how to do this, because I have you both on my phone and on my laptop. So please leave hearts. Let me know you're here. Let me know I'm not sitting here all by myself, sitting alone. Hey, Bill, I see you. So tonight I'm having a cup of tea because it is definitely a cup of tea night. So tonight's tea is a tea that we call Woodlands Walk. It's kind of like our chai. So there's all kinds of spices in here like cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and then a few other herbs like white oak bark, slippery elm. This is a really nice tea for just sitting around like I'm doing tonight and being comfortable and drinking some tea. I do like chai tea a lot, but it seems to me like in the last 8 to 10 years, wherever I buy it over the counter or at the grocery store, there's so much cardamom in it that I miss the flavors of the ginger, the cinnamon, and the nutmeg. So we made Woodlands work without cardamom, and everybody really likes it. You don't realize how strong of a flavor cardamom is until you really don't like it. And then it's just too pungent. So sit back, pour yourself a cup of tea, something to drink, and let's talk about chakras. Is there anybody else here besides Bill? Here's to you. So chakras are 7 major connective energy systems in our body, which then have other pathways to other chakras throughout our inner body, our outer body. Every chakra is related to the next chakra. And so when one chakra is not working as well as it should, the other ones have to work harder. So tonight we're going to talk about ways that we can support our chakras and that we can energize ourselves and to keep ourselves balanced. So I have always really connected with my chakras, my energy systems. There have been times where my third eye will be very open and bright, and I need to quiet that down so the rest of my chakras can have a chance to work. Especially when I'm out working in the paranormal field, my third eye, I open it just so that I can make that connection to spirit. And there are many times that after doing paranormal investigations or cleaning houses of spirit or cleaning cemeteries of spirit, I have to go in the quiet, and I then go through each one of my 7 major chakras. And we'll do this exercise in a little bit. Energize it, love it, close it up, and save it for next time. So we have our 7 major chakras. And let me get my cheat sheet. So the chakras are round areas in the body, and we'll talk about where they are. And each one of them has a vibration, but it also has a shift. These are moving in your body. I don't know if most people realize that their bodies do a lot of moving between breathing, thinking, and all these other sources in our body that just do this motion. We don't realize that all of this vibration, this energy, we are part of the vibration of the world. We are part of the vibration of the universe, and we are part of the vibration of each of us. I remember being in a lecture hall, and a professor was explaining that, taking the breath in, and when the breath comes out of the body, your DNA is going out into the air. And then the next person breathes in and takes in DNA and breathes out. So we are all a connection to each other. If you remember that movie, 6 Degrees of Separation, which I did not see, but I totally understand how that works. We are each breathing in each one of our own life-giving force, which also helps other people with their life-giving force. So the chakras come in colors, but they each had their own specific system in which they work in order for it to function, not only for it to keep its vibration going, but for its cleansing, for its detoxing, and its connecting. Because when you talk with someone, when you walk in someone's space, you are now feeling the vibration of their chakras. Our chakras may be inside our body, but its vibrational field can go out almost 6 to 8 feet. So we are walking within other people's vibrations. So that's why it's important to exercise our chakras, clear our chakras, balance our chakras. All of us have been in situations where you walk into a room and you instantly feel like, I'm not staying here. I don't know what it is. I don't like what it is. And what I've learned after all this time in my life at 65 years old, when your gut is telling you to walk away, walk away. So learn that one so you don't have to go through that as I have. So of the chakras, we always start with the base chakra, and that is our root chakra. And so that is the deepest in our gonads that we can go. And in that base chakra, what's held there is our feelings. Since in vitro, it's where we hold, are we safe? Do we feel secure? Are we okay with everything around? That's always an area, because I work with myself and with other people who doubt themselves, who don't think they're good enough, who don't think, I don't think I can cut this. And that's where you need to go to start working on that part of a soul group that has been lost in that root chakra. If you've had any traumas as a child, and who hasn't, all traumas in children are different and they're reacted different. So this is where we store those feelings, those upsets, and it's also the place where we can go and work on that. Especially when you realize as an adult that maybe you have some of those areas that you need to work on. The second area is an orange area, and it's called our second chakra. And so that is our another one of our places that holds our deep beliefs, our deep-seated angers, deep-seated traumas that need to be worked through. The third is our yellow chakra, which is always, our heart, our solar plexus. It's all sunny and yellow. And then our fourth chakra is, my piece of paper says green for the heart. But I always see it as blue for the heart and green for the throat. I always work a lot on how to say things, your feelings, without hurting others or using anger words that come up from your sacred area that you've been storing. So when we humans can learn to say things kindly, or when we learn that it's okay to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that today. I feel badly, but I cannot do that. Or you can even own, I am sorry, I have a very busy schedule. I cannot help you at this time. And don't say I'm sorry. I'm always the one that's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm sorry. But I can't. I don't have an extra minute in my day for myself. So I'm sorry I don't have extra minutes for you. There have been many times in my life where I was a volunteer in many different things as a master gardener, belonging to women's clubs, and I had to learn that boundary of, I'm sorry, I'm really scheduled that day. I can't. And not to feel badly about it. It's just being honest. So then when we get past our green for our throat, we then have our indigo purple, which is our third eye. And that is where our intuition comes from, our psychic development. all those little hidden gems that we've been gifted in our intuitive knowing. And we have all been given the gift of intuition. There's just been, for reasons, we've either turned it off, we've become frightened of it, or we just don't know how to reattune it again. So these are the chakras that all work together. And the energies, imagine a circle going around like a fan, and the energy's just flying out and flying out and flying out. So every time your heart beats, every time you breathe, your chakras are also working. The meaning of the sacral chakra, which is red, is that root, that belief of, the belief of, do I belong? Don't I belong? Do I feel comfortable here? Do I feel welcomed here? Is this earth a place where I should be? And some are people who have come in who are star seeds, always have issues because they are not from here. They are here to help us, but their main home is not here. So if you're ever feeling like, I'm an alien, I don't belong here, you might be. It's okay. Join the club. The meaning of the orange chakra is the center of, which is the second chakra, is associated with your emotions, how you deal with things, how do you answer things, how are you triggered, what is it that you are carrying in your sacral space that in your second chakra reacts. How do you react to someone being rude or someone being inappropriate in something? How do you react? And then sometimes those that have dealt with traumas react in different ways. Some people go into fight or flight. You know, I'm going to take off and I'm going to rip you apart before you even get near me. Or there are some that just go into what we call the fawn. We get totally solid, like, I can't even move or answer this. So this is where we hold those emotions in our orange, our second chakra. It's where we also hold our creativity, our sexuality, and it's also associated with the flow, your life flow, like water flow. How do you deal with things? Are you an easygoing person? And so if during the day your schedule gets changed, you're like, okay, I can deal with that. Or are you someone who, if the schedule gets changed, you go, I can't. You've messed up my whole day. You've messed up my whole week. Now you've messed up everything. So think about where you hold those emotions and your reactions, and think about how you can start working with them. The yellow is the color of the solar plexus, the heart chakra. That is always wants to be in joy, always wants to be helpful, always wants to be working with people. Your heart chakra really wants everything to go smoothly. But if you've had trauma in that area, you may react in a way that people don't understand. Why would they say that? Why would that happen that way? That's when we need to examine. What is it we're not dealing with in our heart chakra? So that's yellow. And then, of course, we've got the heart, or the green, which I consider this heart and voice area. This is where you can easily, gently have conversations, easily, gently communicate with other people. Then there's others where this is blocked. And them doing that is like, it's very difficult. It is very difficult for them to share who they are. They're afraid of letting themselves be seen. They're afraid of letting out words. But they're the people that when they're pushed, or when buttons have been pushed, instead of them saying, you've pushed my buttons, instead they fly off the handle. And the other person says, I have no idea. I just asked a question. So there's some of the ways that we can look at ourselves and see how we can help ourselves. The blue, which is for throat chakra, I use this often when I need to express myself, and especially when I need to have the truth come out and it's uncomfortable, or I need to express myself, creativity, communication, or the perfect form and pattern of words. Because we've all heard somebody say something like, I don't like that. It's like, it's a little abrupt. But if somebody said, I'm sorry, I'm really uncomfortable. Could we do this another way so that we both can win-win? That's so much easier to say than going, so there have been times, and especially, while the world's been a little unique under this COVID situation, we've all been where someone's barking at us or we're barking back at someone. So think about being kinder. See how you can say it gentler, because it'll be better for your soul and the other. So the purple chakra, which is the third eye, again, is your intuition. It's where you bring in your spirituality, where you're connected with your ancestors, where you're connected with your angels, where you're connected with your guides, and also your totems. So this is an area that I like to work on a lot because I like to be in my third eye. And so I love meditating, like to my totem animals, to my angels, to my guides. This is a place where when I need to find quiet, if I can't find quiet in the busy day, I can go quietly find a chair and I can bring myself into the third eye and calm my body and my mind. Last is the white chakra, well, the top chakra, which is up here. And it's not just here, it's up here. Have you ever seen pictures of angels with the halo? What is all that about? That's all about your white light. We all carry the white light. We all can work in the white light. We all have special places in the white light. We are gifts from the white light. So when I find myself in times of wanting to come to calm, come to peace, I go to the white light after I do my third eye. So I'd like to take us through a little exercise. That this is something that you can do at home. I incorporate this. I've even done this driving in the car, when people get a little crazy on the road. So I'm going to ask you to take a few minutes and find yourself in balance in your chair. Take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. I'm going to ask you just gently close your eyes. And we are going to go inside, all the way down in our soul, all the way to the bottom base of our core. And imagine seeing that as a big, beautiful red ball. And I'm going to ask you to walk up and visually spin that ball with your finger and let all the dust and all the negative things come out of that area. Send it love. Send it peace. And please breathe in naturally 3 times. Say, I am one. Next, we're going to go up to the orange, which is our sacred. All of us have a sacred space, sacred energy, sacred pathways. Please go up to the orange chakra and also give that a spin. As the dust and the negativity fly out, take a beautiful deep breath, another cleansing breath. You are meant to be here. Next, we are going to the bright yellow heart soul chakra. Let that bright yellow cover your whole body. Take a deep breath, go up to the circle and give it a spin. Let it know how much you adore it, how much you want it to be a part of you, and how much of you are true, true sunshine. Stand in your wholeness. You are amazing. Next, we're going to go to the blue, which is above the heart. I'd like you to take 2 deep breaths. Give that blue circle a spin and tell your heart how much You adore it, and you're grateful for it. Take another deep breath. Now let's go up to the green chakra at our throat. Cleansing breath. The prayer I always say for this is, may I be kind. May I be kind to me. May I be kind to others. And may I be thoughtful about the things that I think. Take a deep breath. Visually go up and spin that chakra. Tell that chakra, you are a gift to me. Next, we're going to the third eye. Take a deep breath through your nose, but also through your third eye. Your third eye can breathe. Allow it to have oxygen all the way in, all the way out. Imagine seeing this as a big, big eye, like the eye of an owl. It's got that beautiful indigo purple color to it. Go up to the circle, that chakra, and give it a spin. This is your safety and your protection. Always listen to your intuition. It is your best guide. It is there always to help you and to guide you. Now that we've opened and lit up the chakras, open up the white light above your head as if it's a big spotlight. You can feel the warmth like a hug. You feel safe. You feel protected. Open that white light and let it come up. Once you take all your chakra colors, they all become white and come up through the top. Take a nice deep breath. Thank yourself for being so good to yourself. Thank your guides, your angels, your ancestors, and all who are here to help you. Take that final deep breath. Now I'm going to ask you to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly button. You're now balancing and connecting your chakras. You have energized and brought beautiful energies into your body. I like to do this exercise. You can open your eyes on a nice next deep breath. I like to do this exercise every morning before I head out to the day. So I've got my chakras already energized and ready to go. And there are times in which I will talk about how I shut down my chakras. If I'm going into a public place or a crowded place, knowing there's going to be lots of energies, all you have to do is come from the back of your head, come down all the chakras, push it to the ground. You are now balanced, you're protected, and you're safe. I hope you like that little exercise. It's really not that hard to do. A lot of these visual protection things can be done in just a few seconds. I've done these while people don't even know what they're looking at, what I'm doing. I'm taking a walk and I'm like, okay, energize, energize, close down. So these can be done to protect you and protect the people around you. Teach people how to do this. It's a very simple exercise, and it can be done. Does anybody have any questions? Using all these different pieces of equipment. So if you anybody want to type a question, anybody have any things they'd like to ask? Everybody seems so quiet tonight. So I wish you all a beautiful Thanksgiving, spending time with your family, your friends, all your loved ones, and all that yummy food. Bill, right now I don't know where I'll be working out of. I'm kind of opened up for universe to come in. I have a few different fingers in a few places, and I am at this time also converting my living room so that I can see people here and do classes here. My next herbal classes, I'll be doing a lot of them in the spring and the summer and the fall in my garden. I'm going to teach right from my yard so that people can then, you know, learn different herbal techniques. I will be upgrading my website since I've got things that I have to change there. And then you can get all my teas and everything right online, and I'll ship them out to you, or we can meet somewhere for lunch and pick them up. Any other questions? So take some time to give thanks to yourself this holiday weekend. Give thanks to all those who love you, all those ancestors who brought you in, because none of us would be here without all of our ancestors. And so we've been blessed by getting bits and pieces of each one. I'd love to see you for lunch, Bill. We need a good laugh somewhere. So I wish you all well. And I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Send me an email on what you guys would like to talk about. I'm always wanting to talk about healthy things. How can we, you know, how can we protect ourselves? I did write a list the other day, and I'll go get that when I have some time off tomorrow. And I'd love to set up a schedule on Tuesdays. And then on Thursday nights, I will be doing things on herbaling, selling herbal teas, but I want to focus on at least 2 weeds, herbs, whatever, an evening so that people can learn some techniques to do with herbs, what herbs that we should be doing, especially now that we're heading into the flu and cold season, and we've been dealing with this crazy COVID thing. I always like to talk about how we can use certain herbs in gentle ways to build up our immune system. What to do when we're, what I call that, you know, you come home on Thursday afternoon and you start sneezing, and then you have a sore throat, then you got kind of a headache. Well, that's about the time we start needing to start using our herbs rather than waiting until now we have a full-blown head cold and we feel lousy. So as an herbalist, we like to start right away, or we do a lot of things as preventative. So my husband and I are doing a shot of elderberry syrup every evening. We're doing lots of vitamins. We're eating really healthy. We're staying away from crowds again. So just to get through this next flu season without all these issues. So I'd love to get together. Let me know what you'd like to talk about. And, you know, we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, have a beautiful Thanksgiving. I am blessed to know you all, and I will see you soon. Have a great evening. Stay warm.